Cuba. He weighed in at the super featherweight limit of 130 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with 20 wins, no losses, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the 1992 Olympic gold medalist and the current WBA interim super featherweight world champion, known as El Cepillo Casamayor. And his opponent across the ring is the current defending world champion. On my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing silver trunks with multicolored trim, joining us all the way from Seoul, South Korea. He weighed in at a ready 129 1/2 pounds. He also is undefeated at 21 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Jong-Kwon Baek. Once again, a referee in charge, Mitch Halper, now to give instructions.
Take it off. Set that up. Right, this will be clean. Protect yourself at all times. Be like you guys all the time. Touch gloves. Good luck.
The rules as they were in the first fight, the championship rules, no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count, can't be saved with a bell in any round. Only the referee, who was a very good one, incidentally, and Mitch Halpern, can stop the fight. In the event of a headbutt, we'll go to the cards after 4 rounds. And that said, you could not have a more international bout, I don't believe, than this one. Korea and Cuba.
This is the first time, now this is history being made, the first time that a Korean fighter has ever fought a Cuban fighter in a world championship bout. And the crowd seems to be evenly split, and there are many fans of the Korean fighter here, many of Korean ancestry here in attendance at the bout. So you got quite a loud cheer.
Very much so. And Baek has been training in Los Angeles, and very big Korean population, of course, in the city of Los Angeles, too. So he has adapted here to the United States extremely well. It'll be his job to get inside of Casamayor, and Casamayor's job to keep him on the end of the jab.
And I think therein lies a lot of the mystery of this bout, Barry, whether or not Jong-Kwon Baek can get close to Casamayor. Casamayor has superior boxing talents and skills. And Jong-Kwon Baek is a banger, and he likes to get close, and he will hit you with short punches, but they really hurt when he does. And he can land with power with either hand, but he's got short arms. It's that simple. That's the distance he wants to be at, right there.
And he scored immediately. And, you know, you could tell, of course, people will say, yes, he hasn't fought the caliber of competition, perhaps, that Casamayor has, having only fought in his native Korea. But you could tell how he pronates his punches, now he sets down on his punches, that he's got power. I don't care who he's fighting. That's a good right hand from Casamayor. Very sharp, crisp jab.
Yeah, it was an excellent jab, and it actually moved Baek back.
Easy for you to say.
Apparently not.
The strength of Casamayor, knocking Baek backward with jabs. Straight punches from Casamayor.
So now Baek gets a little wild here. I think Baek has been surprised from the power in the jab of Casamayor, who defected from Cuba. Casamayor did just before the 1996 Olympics. At his hotel, he just went downstairs and walked away.
Something I've been tempted to do many times. Casamayor combination again. Good first round for João Casamayor.
Casamayor does not believe he will have a difficult time tonight. And I think he's already earned Baek's respect. Baek not rushing in with anything.
Well, we talked earlier about how important it is for one fighter to inflict his will on the other and take control of this fight. And early in this fight, it has been Casamayor who has earned the respect of Jong-Kwon Baek. Baek unable to do any business here in the first round. So Casamayor with the jab, a very effective first round.
Baek did all right in the first minute, and then Casamayor got his jab to work. And he followed the jab there with a very good straight cross, a left cross out of the southpaw stance. Excellent job by Casamayor, whose boxing skills were beginning to really show up there. Casamayor, fundamentally sound, methodical at times, less so since he joined Jong-Kwon. Very accurate puncher. You saw that in round one. He doesn't waste punches. He starts slow in some of his fights, but he seems to get better as the fight wears on. Across the ring, he faces the world champion here tonight, Jong-Kwon Baek, who has knockout power and has it in either hand. Although he's only had 4 fights since April of '98, he has had 3 of them since last July, so in less than a year, so he's picking up in his activity. His last 2 fights have been long fights. They've been difficult fights, but he hasn't folded in them. He's come through very well.
Round number 2 and a very good first round by Casamayor. Incidentally, Baek, as you mentioned, is the champion. Casamayor is the interim champion. Only in boxing can you have an interim champion when the champion is already there.
It seems to me that when, okay, you pronounce a guy an interim champion while the world champion is on the shelf with an injury or whatever, but then when he comes back, that should, take away the interim championship from the guy. Your world champion is back. But by winning that interim championship, what Casamayor did was qualify for this fight, and that was important in that regard.
Sean O'Grady has joined us ringside once again, and champ, an excellent first round, we thought, by Casamayor.
Terrific. That's what you want to do, too, in a fight of this nature. Championship fights start off right at the first. Show your opponent who is boss and let him know what your power says. Made a big statement that opening round, did Casamayor.
Baek still unable to solve Casamayor. He's not done much business at all.
You would have thought that Baek would have been the one, the aggressor in this fight, but it's been Casamayor putting the pressure on. They are fighting in a 20-foot ring, and it is a slow ring made for a puncher.
Left hook, got him turned. Right hook, I beg your pardon, got him turned.
And you can see the skill there of Casamayor. Just very economical with his punches, Casamayor. He wants to make sure that they count. And so far, he's doing that very well here tonight. I think really he's got Baek a little intimidated here in the first couple of rounds. I'm surprised.
It seems like both these fighters, one with 21 fights, one with 20 fights, but it's a little misleading when you look at the fact that Casamayor had 400 amateur fights.
Joel Casamayor was one of the greatest amateurs ever, maybe. I mean, with the amount that he did. I mean, he was a 1992 Olympic gold medalist in Barcelona. Probably would have repeated at 96 had he not defected. He won 380 of those 410 amateur bouts. I mean, you just don't get much better than that. And he was, when he wasn't winning gold medals in those years, he was winning world championships at the amateur level.
Casamayor continuing to cuff Baek around.
The amateurs are where he picked up the name Cepillo, meaning brush, to brush off punches, able to move out of the way of punches and come back with shots of his own like he did just there.
The other thing about Casamayor is there's always been this overhanging rap on him that he doesn't work hard enough in the gym. But I think a guy like this, when he's in a fight like this, there's no nonsense. He's been in the gym. He's obviously really ready to fight. And I think now he is paying more attention now that he's gotten to this level.
And look at him. I mean, you see it written all over his face. He wants to be the best in the world. Putting the pressure on. Come on, says Baek.
When Casamayor fought Antonio Hernandez did that, and Casamayor obliged him. Hey guys, there's Michael Moore. Michael's starting to be a Fox Sports Net groupie. We saw him twice in Detroit.